Learn, do, grow, and be a little better every day. Welcome to the Small Scale Life Podcast. Welcome to the Small Scale Life Podcast. This is your host, Tom. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Glad you're checking in for another Small Scale Life Podcast. Well, today's show is from our Ant live streams every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central on the Small Scale Life YouTube channel. And my friend Adam and I got together and we decided to do an accountability stream. If you look at statistics right now at the end of January, most of the resolutions, intentions, words, mantras, all the stuff we did on January 1st is done. We've quit. We gave up. We're waiting for next Monday. We're waiting for next month. We're waiting for next year. So we have quit. And Adam and I decided to get back together and see how we're doing, how our new business efforts are doing, how our diets are doing, our workout routines. We wanted to check in and see how he was doing and how I'm doing. That's the whole goal of the accountability stream. So we do talk a little bit of politics at the front end. It was a crazy inauguration. Things are interesting. We'll just leave it at that. Things are interesting, and I don't know. But we get into it and start talking about other things real quick, and that's great. So I hope that your goals and resolutions and mantras and intentions and all the things you're planning, I hope you're still keeping up with it. And if you're not, don't wait. Now's the time. Start now, right? You can fall off the wagon for a little bit, but you set those goals and intentions for a purpose. You wanted to improve yourself. You wanted to improve how you show up for yourself. So it doesn't have to be January 1st. Start today. Start today. You can do it. You can do it, and we're here to help. So check out Ant Live every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central on the Small Scale Life YouTube channel, and we're glad you're checking in today. So remember, learn, do, grow, be a little better every day. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care, everybody. All right, and we're live. Hey, welcome to the Small Scale Life YouTube channel. This is Ant Live 15. And I am Tommy Cakes from Small Scale Life Podcast, Small Scale Life YouTube channel. And to my right or left, however your computer screen shows it, is my buddy
Adam with Modern Frontier Farms.
Of course, he's Adam. He's the big MFer. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Make sure you check into the chat. Give us a thumbs up. Grab a drinky drink. Pinky's out.
As always, yeah, pinky's out. Why? Because we're fancy, right?
We're fancy here, and it's delicious. Do you have a new MFR mug right there, brother? Is that the same one from last week?
No, well, I got two different Arctic MRFer mugs.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. This one's
beautiful.
Nice little green bottle. So,
right. Thumbs up on that.
Holds like 30 ounces of water, and
delicious.
Stay hydrated, my friend. Stay hydrated.
Yes, stay hydrated. Pinkies up with the drinky drink and make it delicious. Well, we survived week 1 of the new administration. We are here. No nuclear bombs have gone off. That is a good thing. We almost had a trade war with Colombia, but that did not happen. So it's been a very wild and crazy week, I have to say. So that's about all I'm going to say about it. Anything to add to that, Adam?
Not really. Yeah, I think sometimes we focus too much on politics and who's in this whitish looking house in a place far, far away called Washington, D.C. Mm-hmm. And we need to focus more on ourselves. You know, you sit there, you can look up online, look up on your phone, sit there and watch CNN, NBC, ABC, FOX. It doesn't matter. You sit there and you're watching this, like, because this matters. This matters. You know what matters is you doing something useful in your own life. Mm-hmm. So me personally, it's yes, it matters, but what matters more is things that I can do for myself, things I can do to build my own business, that my friends can build their businesses, be taking time and spending time with my family. Those are like the most important things to me, and how I'm gonna, become better, self-help, reading the books, watching good YouTube videos. That's going to get me a lot further than going, oh, did Elon Musk just salute a the Nazi salute? I don't know. I looked a little bit of the videos. I don't know if you looked at much of it. Little weird. Like, come on, really, dude? Like, you gotta be a little more careful with way you're waving per se. I don't know if you really meant it, but
it was dumb. It was stupid, and that's all I'm going to say about it. So, as a person who looks closer into the abyss, it was a little bit of a chaotic week, just trying to figure out what was going on versus what was being written, what was going on, and where we were going next. So, I can tell you there was a lot of chitter chatter and confusion as we were trying to figure things out. So, I don't know about any of that. And State of Rockets, that's all I got to say to him. So, it's moving beyond. And yes, absolutely. Good videos, good books, good podcasts, building your network. I think that is the key, especially wherever we're going next. We need to have a strong network in place of people who we can rely on. You can borrow that cup of sugar, or you can call up and say, hey, here's how it's going in my life. And things are going well or things are not going well. I mean, then those become probably your 1,000 true fans. Well, that's another thing we'll have to talk about another time is your 1,000 true fans, the people that just got to have what you're selling, or got to have more of the MFer, right? Or the Tommy Cakes over here. So that's what we're all trying to do, is to build that fan base and that network. I think that's super important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Building that network, building those communications, that community. Yeah. Community comes in so many different ways, and in different views. And just having a conversation about just how to build community around you.
Yeah.
Whether it's around a business, whether it's just around a lifestyle, being who you are. We're a communal animal. Mm-hmm. Therefore, we have to have people around us in some ways or another.
Right.
And it can go a little far sometimes. I get that too. But you know what? There's no man can be a mountain by themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, speaking of community, we have some great communities on the Facebook page, right? We have our Small Scale Life group, we have our Small Scale Life Wellness group, and we have Small Scale Gardening. There's 3 different communities right there you can join, if depending what your tastes are and what you're looking for. So feel free to find and join up. I will press the approve button. So show up over there. I think there's links in the show notes on this on YouTube. So there you go. That's how we do it in the business, Adam, right there.
Beautiful. I love the segue. Is it really a segue if you announce that it was segue?
Yes, I don't think so, but it works anyway. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I like today? Look at that. You can actually see the go live in the back here. Isn't that nice?
I like that.
Yeah, I asked for that for Christmas last year, and I got it, and it's just, I like it. I like to turn that on, and we're going live, baby.
Do you have some sort of lights up on the ceiling there, some sort of patterned lights?
Yeah, I do have a pattern light up there. Yes, absolutely. So that came from, what's that?
Pretty nice.
It is. So that came from my son and Rebecca, and came far away from Poland, and it's a Molnir.
So very nice. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So I put it up there because the cats won't destroy it. If I had it anywhere lower, they would just throw it on the ground. You know, I've got one Whisper, and she's been on the stream a couple times. She's the yellowish one, and she has a weird sense of order, and things have to be toppled. So she is a force to be reckoned with.
Just proof that the Earth's not flat.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything will be knocked off.
She's throwing stuff. We have this hutch, and then we have an even higher shelf, and she jumps up way up high, you know, over 8 feet up there, and she's pushing decorative stuff off, and it's just like, cat, I'm ready to send you outside for a while when it's minus 30, but I won't, because I'm a nice guy. So
So he says.
Naughty. She broke like 3 things one week. Just
so how was this last week, besides cat knocking stuff off your shelves?
I was a very busy boy. If we all, you know, go back in the time machine, or if you didn't catch last week, someone in my family was in a very nice and warm place. Let's see, where is that photo? Oh, well, I don't think I have it right available. Oh, yes, I do. Absolutely do. So she was gone, and I was a busy boy. So, there we go. Just because I like it. So with
Hard hands.
Yes.
Aw.
There we go.
We're not very good at this.
No, terrible, dude. Terrible. So she was down in Punta Cana, and I got busy. So I processed a ton of tomatoes that I had saved up. I had them in my freezer. So I got 3.5 gallons of tomato sauce out of that. I made, so we're going to get into some more stuff. Stop sharing that. So I got very busy with projects around here. So made kombucha, took all those tomatoes and made sauce out of it, which is a big job. This is the one I want. So then I had to break out a new device, my brother.
Is that the All-American?
That is an All-American 915, baby.
Oh boy.
Oh. Do you have one?
I do not have one. I'm kind of jealous.
Oh yeah, dude. So I got this from Julie's aunt gave this for a Christmas present last year, and I honest to God, I was petrified. I mean, you know, you hear the horror stories of places getting blown up by a pressure cooker, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. And then she got home. I got her, picked her up on Saturday. She was not feeling well all day yesterday, but she was like, dude, you got to try this. I was like, I'm going to do water bath canning. So I had 18 jars of salsa. I had 10 jars of quarts of sauce. So I had to can that stuff. So otherwise it was going to go bad. So I pulled this out fresh out of the box. I set it up and I said, well, I'm going to watch the tutorial. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to do it. Turkey fryer time, broke it in. And then got busy. So yeah, dude, it is awesome. Awesome.
So, you can water bath can tomato sauce, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I've done it for years. I've never used a
toy.
Never used a pressure canner, so I really wanted to play with the toy. Nothing blew up. Everything was awesome. And the time savings is amazing. I mean, it's like half the time, because your pressure, heat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just awesome. So I did it right in the garage. It was great. And it was a beautiful day yesterday, comparatively. It wasn't minus 500. So yeah.
Very cool.
It was really cool. So I learned a new skill. I learned how to pressure can with this thing. And my turkey fryer thing worked. The gas is not as sensitive as I could get on a gas stove, but it worked. And if any accidents happened, it would be out there. And I would be out of blast radius. So that was a big project yesterday. So 18 jars of salsa, 10 quarts of tomato sauce are all canned, and I'm going to just wipe them off, check the seals, and go into the pantry. So that is freaking great. So thank you, Aunt Karen. Damn, that was awesome.
You're afraid of blowing up the house, eh? With a brand new all-American pressure canner. I'm going to give you a little bit of crap for this one here. Like, right. Think about this. Like, how many? You heard a couple of horror stories. But like, how old were those pressure canners? Like, there's like, I can see there's from this little picture on my little screen, I can see that there's already like a bunch of safeties on that thing. Like, these are like top of the line pressure canners. Yeah. Like, well, yeah.
See this little guy right here, that little seal back there, that is like the emergency pressure relief. So if something's going bad, that's going to pop first. But then you also have the rocker there, and it's not going to go up above 10 pounds of pressure. So that's where I set it and away it went. Dude, it's the fear of the unknown, right? It's the fear of have never done something before. Like starting a small business, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Or doing a fast.
Ooh. How did your fast go? Was it slow?
It was slow, yes. So I did actually, here's the deal. I did 2 fasts. So I did a fast Wednesday to Thursday. And then Friday, I wasn't feeling that hot. I don't know what it was. Something I ate, or maybe just wasn't feeling that great on Friday. And so I decided to do it again because I think I just ate some junk. And I know I had some salad in there somewhere when I came back in, and my stomach was just like, bleh. So then I did a 24-hour fast and actually went to 36 hours. So the first one was a 24, second one was a 36. And, just tried a different approach to reintroduce food. So I started with some Gatorade, just kept it really mild with some hard-boiled eggs, and then some chicken noodle soup. So kept it really, really easy. So
nice. So
yeah.
Do you feel better? Was it as difficult as you thought it was going to be?
No, it wasn't actually. And this sounds really weird, but what was nice is the whole worried about, what am I going to eat next, or what am I going to make for dinner? I mean, I even made dinner for Ryan and his buddy who were gaming on Friday night, and it was like no big deal, Actually, yeah, Friday night was no big deal, but I wasn't fasting then. Saturday. Yeah, I went Saturday to Sunday. So, no, it just took the whole food thing out of it. So I could I was doing stuff, right? I was focused on getting stuff done, and I didn't even think about it really. So, I think towards the very end, I was thinking, I should probably eat something. And then Jules was reminding me to eat something. So, yeah, it wasn't as hard as I thought.
Oh, very good. Very good. Proud of you.
Well, there you go. 2 projects, right? 3 projects, 3 fasts, 2 fasts, and a canning project that didn't blow up on me.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
I know.
Well,
it was good. It was a really good week. I wasn't in Punta Cana, and it was fun for her, but I got a lot of work done. I got a lot of stuff done.
Yeah. Well, so you had less distractions. Jules distracts you. Maybe she needs to go on vacation more often.
I know. And then I had my sad little mold. I talked about this on Thursday night on my little live stream. That's another thing. That was another thing I did, was a little live stream on Thursday. In case you missed it, just one more thing, right? One more thing. It's Tommy talking. So I have my mold. I tried to do my mold and it failed miserably. I skipped, when you take a shortcut and you skip a step, that's when things go wrong. That's when things blow up on you like that. So this mold is no good. In the garbage it goes. So, and you are correct. You and Jules were right. I need to go backwards with my lettering, because the way I have it set up was not the right way. Hold on for just a second. My headpiece fell off. There we go. So you guys were right. I was wrong. How about that? I admit my failures.
I know I was right. Obviously, I wouldn't say it, although if I wasn't.
So that was my week. It was really busy. How was your week, dude? What happened?
My week. What happened with my week? My week was just
You were
my
fishing.
week. No, I didn't go fishing.
What?
I didn't go.
What happened? Oh boy, here we go. Here comes a
I was
story.
supposed to go fishing with all the boys, and I'm sitting here going, I don't have any of my stuff ready. Nothing's ready. I don't have my fishing rods ready. I don't have my fishing equipment ready, my fishing clothes ready. I'm sitting here and then I was going to have to drive up there by myself. Now it's a 4.5 hour drive one way by myself. And I was like, I'll do it. Not a big deal. Meet up the boys. But because I was going to have to on Sunday, we had a big event over at a local grocery store where I was promoting my products at the grocery store. So I'm starting to go like, okay, I don't have anything ready for that either. This is the first time I really did like sampling at a grocery store, right? So I'm not set up for it. I don't know what's going on. And then I'm getting calls from the grocery store. Hey, yeah, we're really excited about you coming over and doing this. And the store manager, him and I get along great. He's sitting there going, hey, maybe I want to talk to you about doing a couple things too, where, maybe we can collaborate on doing a label together. And like, wow. Yes, we should be doing stuff like that. That sounds great. I'm all for it. So I just was kind of like, you know what? Maybe I should not go on the fishing trip because I'm not going to be able to really focus on the fishing while I'm up there. I don't have anything ready, and I need to get things ready for one project, not two. So instead of 4 hours up and 4 hours back all by myself and be really tired for a premium day of actual work and to grow my business, I decided to sacrifice the fishing. Sacrifice being with my buddies, and I love being around my buddies. Don't get me wrong. It just doesn't go together sometimes. And I decided that I was going to have to go a different route. And I think sometimes it takes sacrifice to win.
Yeah, I was just going to say that someone has talked about one recurring theme, sacrifice, right? Since Ant Live 1 to Ant Live 15, it's always come up is the sacrifice, right?
Right.
What are you willing to give up and what are you going to put your time into? So, yeah. But, you got Stoddard coming up. You got fishing coming up. So there'll be other opportunities. But, yeah, this was a good one. So how did it go overall with the grocery store? Did it go well?
Oh yeah, went really well. People were really excited to see me there. I don't
know about that.
Well, a lot of the people there, they don't get to shake the hand that feeds them. They want the good food. That's why they go to this place called Good Harvest. It's
we've been there. Store. You and I have been there. Yeah, it's good. It's cool.
It makes you like. You actually get to know the employees there, and it's like it's not like the grocery stores these days where you're like you go in, you don't even and you sit there. It's a self checkout, and it's like the people that are working there, they're sitting there with the headphones on, looking the other direction, like I don't want to deal with you.
I don't know anybody like that. Literally every store in America is like that, dude.
Exactly, except this grocery store. So yeah, things are going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to be higher quality, better flavors, and
it's all about the flavors.
All about the flavors, But yeah, I was giving out samples of my meats, and they were loving it. People really enjoyed what we're doing, and were
you cooking anything up, or did you have it pre-cooked, or what did you have? What was on the menu, number one, and then was it all cooked up? And
so I did two things. I did my primal blends, which is 10% organ meat and ground beef. And then I
looking around for it.
No, I was looking. My dog was sitting there knocking on the door, trying
Gotcha.
to get out, and he's kind of looking at me like, "Hey, stop talking to that guy and let me out the door." He has a little bit of an accent too, just like me.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, there, guy. You're gonna let me out the door now, so I can go mess with
yeah.
everybody else there.
Yeah, well, he's a lab.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Expensive.
I
So
did
Primal Blend.
Primal Blends, 10% organ meats, in ground beef, great flavor. People were loving that. I brought all of my, I think it went through like 25 pounds of Primal Blend when I was there, because I give out samples and it was just going out the door.
So did you have like little bits, like you made up some and you had a little plate with toothpicks in them, and you went and
I put them
was
on a
taste
cracker.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I had, I was smashing them down on a griddle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then just cutting them up and going, hey, oh, this is great. What did you season it with? Salt. That's it. That's all I put on, or salt.
Oh, man.
This is just salt. Yeah, just
Mhm.
salt. That's what better flavored meat does. And so people were impressed by that. And then I was doing also I have a pulled pork. Pulled pork is completely unseasoned.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great ingredient. Add taco seasoning. All of a sudden you have pork carnitas in the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's thawed, it's a heat and eat type deal. So
Super simple. What do you say? What do you usually say is
it's stupid easy.
It's stupid easy. You know what I need to send you? So Ryan's, and we'll get back to that in a second. Ryan's got a buddy at Menards, the big box store named Menards. Anyway, this guy makes his own barbecue sauce. Oh, super good. I should send you a couple bottles. So that would be really good on that pulled pork too. You know what I mean?
Oof, absolutely. Yeah.
It's good.
So yeah, barbecue sauce, that's a given.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot with Asian sauces lately.
Ooh, yum.
There's just like you can get those egg roll wrappers.
Mm-hmm.
Egg roll wrapper, put a little bit of some of these like Asian barbecue or Korean or Japanese flavored barbecue. Put a little kimchi in there. Wrap up that egg roll. Put it in your air fryer. We're not even having to get a fryer going, just an air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
Take that out, and you have yourself a good, healthy meal.
Yeah,
you made it home. Nice, simple, easy. I mean, it's literally a 10-minute project.
Sweet. So 25 pounds of the Primal Blend, and then how much of the pulled pork did you?
I think we went to over. I think it was well over 40 pounds of the pulled pork.
Wow, dude.
So
yeah, for a little promotion, that's not too shabby, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's a nice day. That's a great day.
It feels good. See, me, I need to get in front of people to sell. That's one of the biggest things to me.
What happened to your lights?
I have no clue.
Wow. Your router's still up, so that you didn't lose power. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I must. When I was adjusting the light, I have a timer on this light.
Oh,
I must have hit the timer on
it. That's funny, dude. That's awesome. Well, that's awesome, dude. That is so cool. So, I hope that, it really got that store manager thinking, about next steps and where to go take this next. I mean, they probably got a little something out of it, right? I mean, they got a cut or something, or people are buying more stuff while they're there too. So,
right. Well, they were buying my products, and if I'm selling it through the store.
Okay.
So, and then people were like, "Oh, do you have your pork chops here?" No, I don't have my pork chops. So I had some conversations with the manager about, hey, people are looking for pork chops. Something that you're interested in doing. So we've had some conversations, and we'll see where that goes. But yeah, well, one step at a time, getting yourself out there, making those sacrifices so that you can make the things that really matter to you. That's what you have to do. It's always about that sacrifice.
Now, curious, since I've never had anything in a store in my life, I mean, of my own product, so on a given week, do you see like a baseline of sales from them, like X amount of dollars, and then this had a jump? Or, I mean, is it kind of hit or miss? And, I mean, without you there kind of pushing it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, do you have a customer base there, I guess is what I'm asking.
I'm growing that customer base.
Okay.
Letting people know that, hey, I'm here, I'm local.
Yeah.
I'm 30 minutes away from the store. Excuse me. But yeah, we can make that I'm available to help people out.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a great team effort to kind of work together and make cool things happen.
Right. Now I know cooler space is always it's like a battle for cooler space or shelf space at a grocery store. So are you in like the meat section in your own little spot, or do they have a little cooler for you, or how does that all work?
Well, they have a big freezer, big double door freezer, and they first had me way up top right, and no one noticed me. So they're like, "Well, we'll put them bottom left." I'm like, "Well,
that sucks." And I want to be in the middle. Open up the doors. It's the MFer right in your face.
Right. And I just like, okay, well, here I am down below.
Yeah.
We are, like I said, we are selling a lot of the product.
Good.
The cool thing is, so I don't have the pull that some of these other companies have.
Well, you're new too, man. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing you're there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but a lot of these guys, these bigger companies, they have the pull. They have big distributors they're working with. I'll say that a lot of times these bigger places, they're natural pork. What does natural pork mean? Does anyone know what natural pork is?
I don't know. Isn't it? I mean, the only thing I could think of, if it's natural, it's not lab grown. That's the only thing I could think of.
That's pretty much it. It's like maybe it doesn't have some antibiotics or hormones or something like that, which, to be honest with you, we should have a show about that. Is most meats don't have antibiotics and hormones, at least in the product at the time that you're eating them. Maybe they've been used, but not at the time that you're going to eat them. There's a 90-day window after that antibiotic before you can eat it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sitting here just kind of like, guys, what are we really doing? Like are we promoting local businesses?
Right.
Are we promoting regional businesses, large businesses? And I don't like talking bad about any other business, but it's like sometimes it's frustrating being the small guy, and you got to find the advantages that you do have. And the advantages I do have is I'm able to be there. I'm able to be face to face. They can shake my hands. They can know who I am. Because that's probably one of the most important things, is for us to know where our food's coming from.
Right. And if you think about the clientele of that particular grocery store, that's kind of the values they believe in, I would think. I mean, we've been there and we had dinner there. It's just, it has that feel to it. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
I'm looking for a particular picture that we can talk about for just a second. I just have to go scroll for a minute.
Nope, scroll away.
Yeah, so keep going.
So yeah, it was a great experience to be there. Like I said, my first time handing out samplings of food, and it's amazing how far I've grown in this business in just a couple of years. And I'm trying to work on a few things now to try to keep on growing, because it's difficult, to sit there and go, okay, I know where I can be, but I'm still down here and I need to get up here. And how does that all work, and how to build, and how to learn. Now, I could pay a bunch of money to someone, but I'm not going to learn how to do that. I'm not going to be the one skilled at making that happen. So some things you can't just pay for, if you want to continue growing afterwards.
Going back to your natural pork for a second, I mean, yikes. Where I'm this picture, it's probably hard to see, of Bill Gates and his lab grown meat. It just is like, what is that? Yuck. I mean, it just looks gross. Would you want to eat that? I mean, seriously, yuck.
No.
I mean,
no,
what is
no.
that?
It's cancer cells. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't know exactly. I did some research on lab grown meats, and it's like, what's really cool is I can put a cow out on grass and work with that cow and make that soil better. And that's it. That's all I do.
Yeah. Right. And that cow only has like 1 second of a bad life. That's it. 1 second. And otherwise it's enjoying grass and nature, man, as it should be. Yeah. And this is just like, here, there's this lab. Here's this mystery meat.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it's Soylent Green and it's saving the world. And we figure out that it's people. I've seen that movie.
I have not seen that movie, to be honest with you, but we should have a watch party sometime.
We should. Yeah.
Soylent Green, it's the people.
Oh, yes. Good old not Harrison Ford. Was
no, it's
Charlton
Heston. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. So I think overall, I mean, anything else popping this week? That was a big one.
That was the biggest thing. Everything else, no, it was a big week.
Right. I mean, I would say for my accountability for January, the one thing that I am behind on, I mean, yes, I have made my Tommy cakes and I've got some cool things in the works, my molds and, a new mold that's inspired from our conversation last time. It's a Trump mold for our Tommy cakes. And then I got even a funnier one. I got Little Don, Little D. So
perfect.
I'm just going to bring up the thing. I've got it. So it's smaller than I thought. But I went and bought this thing after our podcast or our live stream last time. Us talking about this. So, and I've got some people that are really interested in the mold. So I've got to work on that. And I got to stop playing and I got to start selling these things. So I've got a whole freezer full of cakes or bars, and I need to start getting them out on Etsy and getting them out there. So that's the next step. I'm behind in doing that. And Valentine's Day is approaching. I've got these heart cakes. I got to get them sold. So I've got to stop playing and start doing, but damn, that's funny. Hey, everybody, come by me and put it out for your little birds and squirrels.
There you go. No, I think it's a great idea. Give people a little bit of a release from their with their politics and
Well, my sister's down in Milwaukee and she's got she will totally, I mean, not eat them literally, but she'll totally eat these up. So I'm going to make a batch for her and send them down to her. She's a big bird fan too. So just to get her mind going. So she'll love it. She'll absolutely love it. And she's had some really cool birds swing by her place and their office too. So really cool stuff. So I want to send her a little package of these and we'll see where they take us, where the river takes us. So Tommy Cakes going to be out on Etsy. So I got to get it set up and go. Stop brilliant. Talking, start doing.
Right. And I think that's one of the biggest things is a lot of times it's so easy. We can say it. Why not? I'm in charge of this show here.
Hey.
Procrastination by masturbation or procrastination masturbation. Either way, you're just screwing yourself,
Dude, you are on fire tonight. I mean, you hit the N word and now you're doing that. So come on, man.
What N word?
Not going to say it again because we want to be on YouTube for a while. You know what I'm saying? With Elon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to stay away from that, my friend.
Yeah, I thought you like talking another one. I'm like,
Oh no, gosh, no, 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 no,
hey,
no, no,
there,
no,
my
no, no,
bad.
no,
Oh
no,
yeah,
no, 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 no. We didn't. No, holy smokes! Can we just stop this live stream?
oh yeah,
Because we'll blow. Because this little thing, it won't pop out and we'll blow. So
yeah.
no,
So no, but don't. It's easy to procrastinate, easy
yeah,
to put off, sit there and go, okay, hey, I need to do this. I need perfection, looking for
yeah.
perfection.
That's
Um,
a trait of a Capricorn, which is this guy is the perfection and wanting to be perfect and have no errors, right? So, but sometimes the errors happen, and this is how we learn.
mhm.
So,
So you're going to try making a new silicone mold?
yeah, dude, I went and bought new mold materials. So yes, I'm gonna make the mold, and I gotta change my my template. So I gotta redo the lettering on this. So I'm all set though. I'm ready to go. So either tonight or tomorrow, it's mold time.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
And then what's nice about that is I'll have a better. It's more of a 5x5, which is kind of the industry standard. If you look at what's being sold at the big box stores or even on other people selling their stuff, so they just take the old plastic ones and mold out of there, but or just put stuff in there. But I really want a mold that I can use over and over and over and over and over again. So
Very
to
cool.
infinity and beyond. With it'd be really cool if I had my old branding on it. You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
right. But you know what? Branding's awesome, but it's not necessary to have it on there. So
true.
To start selling, you don't necessarily need that. Now, were you thinking that you're gonna put on there? So it's gonna be indentated, or an Tommy Cakes is gonna be indented into the cake itself, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it'll be in a wrapping and then a sticker on it. That's where the real branding is, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I mean, wasting time with little wooden letters. It's not, not getting us to the finish line.
Did you think about when you do that? You have your cake all made, getting a bird seed, like a black bird seed. And I don't know what I know black sunflowers wouldn't work. It's not small enough. But
sunflower would. Or what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking like almost like a black thistle or something like that. Something dark colored, or even you could find like a red color, like a red colored seed, something real small, maybe the size of a mustard seed. And you sit there and you fill in all that Tommy Cakes there. I don't know if it would work or not. You have to do some experimentation though.
True. The other thing that occurs to me is speed kills, right? And I mean, once orders start coming in, you're going to want to pop them. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because, I don't have a big freezer full of meat like somebody does.
Yeah, well, I got to get that meat out of my freezer. It doesn't sell, or it doesn't make me any money if it's sitting in the freezer, and that's one of the things about this time of year.
Yep.
That's where I'm at personally, and great transition, by the way. Transitioning right off of you.
That's why we're working well together, brother.
The freezer itself needs or the meats in the freezer, like I need to rotate that stock. To get that stock moving. Although this is the time of year that I need that I build up my stock quite a bit, because I can start doing my sausages, working on different flavors of sausage, getting myself set up so I'm ready to go come spring. I also need that product to be I don't make any money if I'm not moving product that I already have. I usually only keep product for a few months at most, unlike some of these larger companies.
Right.
that animal was killed almost a year ago,
Oh, wow.
frozen, and then brought in to the grocery store.
Oh, wow. Really?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know it was that kind of a lag time between
Mhm.
processing and selling at the store.
It could
So
be
the date that they stamp on there, then it has to be used by or best used by date. I mean,
that's it's thought out.
uh
You're not very rarely are you getting fresh, never frozen when you're at the grocery store. It has been what they call slacked out. It's been thawed out. So most of these places get boxed beef, and they sit there and they take, like for instance, you want to get I want to get a good fresh ribeye.
right.
That ribeye, probably not. It depends. There's a lot of it depends here, but they will sit there and they'll order in. Well, we need a rib roast, so they get some rib roasts in. They sit there and the butcher just cuts that in the back, and then they put those rib roasts out there for you, and you're like, oh yeah, fresh cut rib roast. This even happens at your butcher. If your butcher's not buying from a local producer, they're probably not necessarily getting it. They're most likely getting boxed beef because boxed beef is cheap. Boxed beef or boxed meats in general is cheap. It's available. It's convenient, and it's a heck of a lot easier to keep your inventory. Not having to sit there and go nose to tail, right?
I will say the one butcher that our neighbor at the farm, Brandon, and he had a company in downtown, or his outfit was downtown Plum City. He's building what you would like, dude. He's building the thing, $3-4 million project. But I know he would bring in, he has his own trailer. He would bring the stuff in. I mean, these guys looked the part and did the part. You know what I'm saying? So it was not, most of it wasn't boxed beef, I bet. So they were doing the thing. So it was good stuff too. Absolutely. Yours is good stuff too.
Yeah. You have to, you get to sit there and you get to see where it's coming from. Talk to them. Talk to the butcher. What are they getting? Look in the back. Where are they getting their meat from? And that's going to be able to tell you a lot.
Yeah.
And so it's one of my pet peeves when I sit there and they see people go, oh yeah, I get it from the butcher at the grocery store. It's fresh cut. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there and pee in your Cheerios, but
but you're gonna.
no, I just let people go. It makes it that much more important to know where your food's coming from.
Right. Yeah, I learned something tonight then, because I was not aware that I was not aware about all that. So I should have been, but I didn't really put the connection together.
I'm sure we can get some interesting people on here and have a conversation with them. And get us all more educated on where your meat's coming from.
Well, and now is the time. I mean, changes up at the USDA, and Robert Kennedy Jr. probably going to get in, and Joel Salatin. I mean, I don't know about your Facebook feed, but it seems like every other post is the wacky, crazy farmer, Joel Salatin, going in,
right.
So somebody's really put the push on him to sell books or something. But, there should be some changes up there to the way that the system works anyway. We'll see. I don't know. But that it should get people thinking about it,
Absolutely. I think it will get people thinking about their health, about where the food's coming from. You have to think right now, half of the U.S. beef supply, half the beef that the U.S. grows, you know where it goes? It goes to Europe and goes to Japan. We don't even eat. So half the beef is leaving.
But then we're importing stuff from Brazil.
We're importing, from South America. We import from other countries also. But yeah, a lot of it's from South America. So we're importing that beef here. About half of our beef comes from South America. So, and
isn't that crazy to export ours and then import?
Well,
what's the logic there?
Partially it's the
and a better price if you export it, and then it's cheaper coming in. So then you're selling up here, but you're getting it in here. So profit.
Right. They're getting anywhere from 10 to 30 cents more a pound.
Wow.
If they do something that's shipped out, so they're shipping to Britain or Japan or whatever else. And because they're willing to spend extra money on a better quality food. The Americans have been trained. Yes, I'm going to use the word trained to be so frugal on their food that on the price on their food that they're like, oh, well, price, everything's about price. And it's not about necessarily the quality. I think that's something that we're starting to realize is detrimental to the health of our nation. Where we're like, hey, we want that cheap, quick, easy meal. Yeah. Because we're always running around. We don't take that. We don't make eating like growing up. We sat around the table. We had a conversation. We knew we were a family. We knew how each other were in our family. Right. And we're losing that with every generation more and more.
Do you guys sit around the table and have dinner?
No, we don't.
Okay.
we do on a couple times a week. Sure. We'll do it.
Well, and you're doing your in your defense, you're doing farmers markets that go till 7:30 at night, and you've got little ones. They got to eat. I mean,
yeah, and that's a lot of times what it is. It's like, okay, I'm working late.
Right.
We try to do a couple nights a week where we're doing a nice meal. Forcing myself, like Sunday is one of those days that I try to go, okay, I'm going to be done working with anything by noon, 1 o'clock. Then we're going to make ourselves a nice meal, break out the Traeger and smoke something.
Nice.
Or, cook something really good and just, it doesn't always happen, but when we do, it is a great experience. And then understanding even the giving thanks of some sort or another. We talked about this before. Having just thanks and gratitude for your food and where your food's coming from.
Yep.
I have a cat behind me. I didn't realize I had a cat in here.
You do have a cat behind you. Look at that. Where did he or she come from?
That's my buddy Jack. I have no clue. He must have been hiding somewhere.
Yeah. Did the dog leave? So
the dog left.
Okay, so it's coming out.
The door's closed. Yeah.
My girls are not. They're probably laying down with Jules right now, so they're not anywhere near me. So
I'm like, Mama.
They did. I mean, they both jumped right on the bed last night. They were all about that. So, or the night she came home. So yeah, Saturday night, they were all about it. And then I'm like the Grim Reaper. I take them downstairs. So, as far as dinners are concerned, it's tough with Ryan because his schedule is just so wonky in retail, and at Menards. I mean, it's just all over the place. So if we can, what's that? Oh yeah. If we can corral them and have dinner with them, it's great. Jules and I, we usually have dinner together. So, I mean, granted, most of the time it's up at the table. Sometimes it's down here. We watch a show or something, watch an HGTV show. So, but yeah, I mean, the whole giving thanks thing. I mean, we went away from that for a while, but it's important. It is important, the gratitude. A lot of cultures, a lot of different religions do give thanks, whether you're Buddhist or Christian or whatever. So, it is a good thing, and it kind of slows you down and puts you in the right mindset. You're being very intentional, instead of just Let me put my face in this bowl and just eat it, So, that's trying to break that anyway. Because we're like this. Hey, I got to go to soccer practice. Then I got to go to scouts. Then I got to do this. And they got to do homework. And then we got to go to bed. And then we got to get up. And then we got to do it. This whole culture needs to be turned upside down, shaken a little bit.
Yeah. And, given priority of what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we put priorities on things that don't matter.
Right.
Things that, I know so many people that are so stressed out about politics right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, this and that and that. I'm like, you're good.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no stress here. It's a golden age.
Hey, for some people it is. I understand that some people are going to be stressed. And truth of the matter is, you're going to waste so much of your time and life and effort on being stressed and uncomfortable. It's something that you really, truly don't fully control.
Right.
So therefore, do something that you can control, because that's how you fix things, is by doing something you can control. One of the biggest things to me, starting a business is if you start a business and you're successful, you're making a better vote than your vote for president ever has. You have more power with that, with starting a business, than you ever will with the votes for on a little piece of paper that you stood in line for 5 minutes for.
Right. No, that's very true. And you're impacting people, right? You're impacting all kinds of people around you. I mean, I'd say this is one of the reasons I got into the whole bird thing, is slows us down. We have to stop and look. You actually have to get I was sitting right here at this desk. I looked up and the pileated woodpecker just landed right there. She was telling me, hey, bud, fill up your feeders. And, it's caused me to slow down. I think Jules and some other people think I'm crazy, but slow down and actually observe, the northern flicker that was sitting up in the maple tree all day yesterday, or the little finches that are over here and the little feeder, or the hummingbird that just flies in and flies out. And you have to slow down, and you have to be there, and you have to be present, and you have to be quiet. and for me, that, make noises, and you have to be quiet and shut up and just observe. Right. I mean, that's why this is kind of appealing to me, is slowing down, connecting with nature. And I love it. And, it's amazing how many people are starting to, and maybe it's just my age group. I don't know. I'm in my 50s now. We're slowing down. So maybe we're just slowing down and doing the whole birdly thing with the camera and the bird feeder. And, oh my God, I got a yellow rumped warbler in my feeder today. Oh, it's amazing.
And to think you used to be cool.
I used to be a football captain. I know. I told this to Jules. I used to be a football captain. What happened to me? Now I'm into birds.
Birds and gardening, and you're talking to your dorky friend we have a podcast.
I know. I like these things, What happened? Bird nerd. That's what it is, And I like trains and old barns and stuff, What the hell happened to me? But it's part of slowing down, and really connecting with nature, I think. And I ran for, I still travel. I go places and travel. And it's nice to see the nature where you're at and see the birds that are out there, or see, whatever. And it is part of slowing down, even when you're on the go, if that makes sense. That's
absolutely.
Ironic, but yeah, I'm sure you do the same thing when you're heading out to Viroqua to go pick up your latest slab of meat or deliver something, you're seeing things along the way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Be able to travel and see things. And it's amazing. Just 50 miles, 20 miles can change around here what you're looking at.
Right.
I mean, even less than that for me. I'm in the middle of the catamaran.
Yeah.
I can get into some of the these deep, steep hills
Mm-hmm.
that go up and down, and the roads wind around. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is a beautiful little area here.
Right.
So yeah.
You go a little west, and then you're in that flatlands near Toma, and then you start to go into the driftless, and that's amazing. The coulees and the bluffs and everything down by the Mississippi. Amazing.
Oh yeah, just gorgeous over there.
Yeah.
But I mean, even you want. I'll go a little bit weird here again. Here, why not?
Well, since you are running the show tonight, Mister, might as well go weird on us. Why not?
Yeah, why not? So, a challenge I would give you is go down a road that you drive on a regular basis. Walk it. Maybe you'll wait for it to get a little warmer. Walk it and see what you see by slowing down just a little bit. By walking it, and you'll notice things that you'll never notice, that you wouldn't notice otherwise. Whether it's, did you know that there's a rusted out old truck down this hill? Mm-hmm. Do you know that there's a rock the size of a house over here? Do you know that there's 2 more ponds that we never knew about? I found some mushrooms. Oh, there's a little trail over here. I drove past 15,000 times.
Yeah.
I've never. And by slowing down and taking that time to go walk down that route, you are going to see something that you never saw before.
Right.
Yet you've been there. It's been in front of you your whole entire life.
No, I can think of a road. I really want to do that back down near Maiden Rock. It's by my favorite creek, and that spot is pretty special. And I will say that I do that occasionally. I found the bones of a bobcat that was just right down the road down here. And that was pretty amazing. It was a cool find. So
very cool.
You never know.
You never, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was. I'm going to have to come up with some challenges for you, because you're giving me all these damn challenges. I'm going to have to throw something back at you, brother.
Well, I'm a challenging type guy.
You are challenging.
All of these things that I've challenged you with, I've already done. But, I'll do them again with you if you want me to. That's fine.
Hey, we're looking at speaking of which, we have 45-degree weather coming up here on Thursday, apparently. So it's time to recharge the Polar Plunge tank and go in the Polar Plunge on Thursday. It's not minus 500 degrees out here in Hoth. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Come on. Just go. Just do it.
Minus 25. I was not going to do it, dude. No way. No way. You're in a greenhouse, so don't give me that.
Well, to each their own. Build a greenhouse. It's not my fault I got smart and built a greenhouse.
It just wouldn't look aesthetically pleasing right out there. I'd have to put it back by the garden, I think. So
absolutely,
and it's on a slope like this. So
I'll come on over. We'll go visit your son at Menards. We'll get some landscape timber, build a nice flat area up for you, so that you know what, it'll be a wonderful greenhouse. Or no, we'll dig it down into the ground.
Oh, one of those. I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if the city would say anything about that.
Well, we're only going to go down like a foot, maybe a foot and a half.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to go deep. You're on a little lake. It'll flood. It's not.
Yeah, it totally would flood.
Self-watering.
Yeah. I am all about wicking gardens. So, I've seen that meme about, the Aztecs had these floating gardens in Mexico City. I'm like, ooh, that is actually pretty cool. But
yeah,
you're not doing that here. I could do that here. I mean, I've got the pond right out there.
Oh,
and it's very nutrient dense water and stuff. I could do that.
I'm not the one giving you these ideas. So
I know I'm giving me those ideas. So
oh goodness
a
gracious.
floating dock right over here and a couple rafts with like basil and cucumbers in grow bags or something, and they're kind of in a little cage. I could see this. I could do that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
If Jack Spirko can do it, I can do it. If my mom could use a pressure canner, I can use a pressure canner. I told myself that a couple times yesterday, so I didn't blow anything up.
They did this stuff in caves, man.
I know they did. I know they used to do all kinds of crazy stuff, and they survived till they were 30. Until the saber-toothed tiger came over and ate them. So January is coming to a close. We've made some progress on a lot of things. So you're going to get into one new grocery store in February then, brother?
I'm hoping to get into a new grocery store in February where things are looking really good. I got a call about that. I think it was Thursday. Thursday. I got a call Wednesday or Thursday and said, "Hey, we just had a conversation. A good friend of mine works there and says, hey, we're really excited to bring you on and do some stuff and blah blah blah, and we're going to have a conversation." And nothing happened. So I was hoping to get a call somewhere Thursday, Friday, or something like that. Didn't get a call today, so we'll see what happens. Come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, and I'm going to reach out to her and say, "Hey, remind your boss that they're interested in what I have to provide for them."
The MFer is bringing his meat, ready or not. Here he comes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm going to be. I've got to get the site up. I've got to get some of these sold and market it. So that's what my plan and objective is there. Wellness side, definitely cold plunging and keep on this path because I am making progress. I'm down about a little over 10. So in January. So it's time to keep going. I got a ways to go yet. So, and I'm pleased with progress, but we're going to be pushing more. I'm not done yet.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And I won't be traveling till March. So you're stuck with me here.
Well,
and that means that other things can be working because I'm not going to be in a hotel somewhere. So that's blessings.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you can when you can with what you got.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited to see everything up on Etsy. See us promoting some of the stuff and be able to hear, see some cool things happening with your business and learning. Just getting out there and learn about doing something cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And I already have a little stack of receipts, so it's like, I'm going to have to do some bookkeeping. The little things that we talked about a few shows ago, to keep track of that all. So it's not like the end of year disaster where you're like, oh my God, I have 5 million receipts and I'm going to do this for taxes and reporting.
Yep.
No, that doesn't sound like fun to me, brother.
Well, try to keep it easy,
Keep it stupid simple.
Stupid easy. Yes. Stupid easy.
Stupid easy. Yeah.
So, cool. So this week, what are you up to?
This week, I was out of the office today doing stuff, real work stuff. And then, so it is going to be, getting my molds done, getting the site up. Probably the biggest thing is getting the site up, getting some stuff up there and see where it goes and really push that. And then getting the mold done is next. And then trying it out and getting that up on the site too, because a bigger mold is better than smaller molds. And then I've been looking at pricing. I have a feeling for all that. So we'll just start going and then marketing living stuff out of it. So,
Absolutely.
mhm. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for me.
Cool.
Yeah. Do
Well-
cold plunge on Thursday for sure. Keep doing shorts on YouTube. I have not been on TikTok. Here's a small business idea for you. If you have a phone with TikTok on it, they are going for $10,000 to $15,000 right now on eBay or on, however they sell them. Seriously, people took TikTok off of their phones, and you can't download it from the App Store. Ask me, because I know. So if you have a phone and you have TikTok on it, you can get $10,000 to $15,000 for your phone.
I can get $10,000 to $15,000 for this thing right now.
People are paying that because they don't have TikTok.
Huh.
Yes, I know. Ryan and his buddy were talking about that the other day. I was like, no way. And then I heard some people on a different podcast saying, yeah, they're selling them for $10,000. I'm like, are you crazy?
Oh, wow.
That's why
Crazy.
I wanted to talk about that. So there you go, everybody. Small business idea. Sell it, 10 grand. Boom.
Yes, if I have
Make
to.
it rain. Then you can go buy a new iPhone with the latest version or Android for $1,000, and you're still $9,000 ahead.
Oh, wow.
Right?
I'm just shocked by that. I'm not sure how all this other private information on here is gonna fit, but
yeah, you can strip that out of there probably. But think about it. We don't know if this app is going to be around. They haven't done the deal yet. So yes, it's on the lifeline right now, but the deal might fall apart in 70 days. So then what? $10,000 for a dead phone or a phone with a dead app? It's just dumb.
somehow I don't think it's about the Chinese having extra information about us, but
Never was, dude. Remember, the servers. The servers are down in Texas on Oracle's servers, so it never was over there. Well, I mean, it wasn't over there for a long time. So the algorithm was theirs, but not the actual data. So, yeah, amazing. It's an opportunity, right? Gary Vee talks about that, arbitrage and doing all that stuff. So,
yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. How about you? What you got going on? Did I ask that or anything else going on?
Thursday, I have the big event, or not big event, back over at Java Twist Farmers Market, the Famers Market. Gonna hang out over there.
The elite sales.
Other than that, it's gonna be a kind of a quiet week. I'm really trying to focus on ways I can start marketing my product. And right now I'm a one-trick pony as far as sales goes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe double trick pony. Like if I can get my stuff into a store, it sells decent. I need to really kind of push on it. Or if I get myself in front of people, I can sell all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to find ways to sell when it's not the busy season like it is right now.
Right. How about Valentine's Day sales? Anything coming up? I mean, you want to cook meat for your honey, a nice steak or something?
We don't have anything going on as of yet. We're thinking about. I did something last year. Kind of flopped.
Oh.
So we're trying to find ways to make something cool happen, and we'll see. Maybe we'll have to sit down and brainstorm one of these days, Tommy.
Gotcha. Well, just because you're not going to have a wonderful, you can still have steak. I mean, it's just not going to be at a Valentine's package or something like that, but you can get suet cakes from me.
Ooh.
Your heart-shaped suet cakes, your birdies and squirrels will love it. Just reach out to me, hit me up. let's see, realsmallscalelife@gmail.com. We can get these out to you. I've got a little ribbon on them, and they look real nice. And the birds just absolutely love them. And what else? Why not show your love, right? It's the 4-letter word that starts with L. Large. But I got a bunch of these, and I am looking to get rid of them. So and your birds and your squirrels are looking to eat them. So hook me up. Or
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
How much are those?
I would think like 4 for like $16.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad at all. That's actually cheap.
Yeah.
And well, we'll have to talk about how to get you some better shipping rates and everything else. I can help you out with that.
Cool, dude. Yeah, so let's do it up. We'll talk in the after party. Cool. Well, I think that's about it. We've hit the mark, I think. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So I appreciate everybody who hung out and listened to us. We'll be here next Monday. If you have a topic you'd like us to discuss, feel free to put it in the comments or hit me up at realsmallscalelife@gmail.com. We appreciate you listening. This is going to go on the Small Scale Life podcast. So if you want to listen to it again, you can listen to it on the podcast, and it'll show up here on the Small Scale Life YouTube channel. This is Tom from Small Scale Life. Reminding you to learn, do, grow, be a little better every day. And this is
Adam with Modern Frontier Farms. Hey, enjoy life, man. Just enjoy it.
That's right. And you can always enjoy it with some wonderful Modern Frontier Farms meat, or enjoy the birds with Tommy cakes. That's a good sound to it. I like that, man.
Absolutely. That's a
great way. Yeah, it's a great way to end the show. So thank you for listening. We'll catch you next week, 7:30 p.m. Central Time on the Small Scale Life YouTube channel. And take care, everybody.
Peace.
And bacon.
As we close this episode of the Small Scale Life podcast, remember this: keep going, keep going, keep going. It might seem like an impossible thing to achieve your goals, like starting a small business, losing that stubborn weight, tackling your debt, or becoming that person you always wanted to become. But it is achievable. It's achievable. You can do it. You need to put one step in front of the other, but you have to begin that journey by making a decision and taking that step forward. So, start. Take a deep breath and take that first step. You can do it. We're here to help. This is Tom from the Small Scale Life podcast, reminding you to learn, do, grow, and be a little better every day. We'll be back real soon. Take care, everybody. You know I never see my plants look so good, growing tall and straight like they should. But I like it, and I know you like it too. Growing veggies for me and you. I've got to grow them, oh yes I do, 'cause baby we'll be growing veggies by the lake shore. Behind those grasses, wicking beds producing more. Starting seeds in the basement, growing plants on the floor. And baby, talk dirt to me. Woo woo! Come on, Jules, Talk to me. Do, 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 do. Hoo, hoo, hoo. You never know what you're going to get on Small Scale Life. Bada boom, bada bing. It's delicious. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. One more important note. Small Scale Life reminds you that we are not licensed doctors, therapists, healthcare professionals, or financial professionals. You should always consult a professional before starting any practice. All information shared on Small Scale Life or the Small Scale Life podcast are for informational and inspirational purposes. Results will always vary, and participation in any practice or activity is completely voluntary and at your own risk. That said, keep learning, doing, growing, and being a little better every day. You've got this.